Well, as the saying goes, it takes two to tango, and these random attacks on women didn't just come out of the blue. It's not like it wasn't anticipated. So let's get into it. What's happening? Why is it happening? I have some thoughts. It's Wednesday, April 10th, 2024. I'm Stuart Allister. From the Daily Mail, moment New Yorkers take down violent prowler after he punches woman on street amid flurry of random attacks. Now, I'm just curious. These white liberal women who overwhelmingly vote for Democrats, do you find yourself culpable at all? I mean, all of these, no cash bail and allowing these criminals to run free. Do you bear any responsibility? Look, I tell you, point blank, Black people are our biggest enemy. The biggest enemy to the Black community is the Black community. Why? Because we continually vote for failure. And these white liberal women, highly educated, by the way, continually side with the people that abuse them. Good God. All right, before we get into it, why don't you wreck that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and press that notification bell so you never miss an episode. It goes on and on and on. A crowd of New Yorkers were filmed banding together against a man seen punching a woman in a seemingly random attack. The attack occurred on 14th and 7th Avenue and was caught on a camera by an apartment dweller overhead. It comes amid a rash of reports of women being assaulted on city streets, though in this case, the attack was thwarted by a group of complete strangers. This is very interesting to me. You know what Candace Owens said? Now, I don't know if she came up with it, but I can't find anything more apropos. She said, biology always wins. Biology always wins. If you think for a second that grown men, all things being equal, are going to sit idly by and watch random men attack women, and we're not going to do anything, you've lost your mind. Why? Because biology always wins. We will spring into action, and we will do everything in our power to stop the attack. You can call it toxic masculinity if you like. They are seen descending on a man within seconds of him hitting a middle-aged victim, leaving him unconscious on the pavement. The crowd then disperses into the night as if nothing ever happened. It is unclear when the incident took place, but the footage was circulating Monday. Daily Mail has reached out to the NYPD for comment as the attacks, mostly confined to the Lower East Side of Chelsea, continue. Now, I have a suspicion. This is my first suspicion. Exhibit number 1. Now I will offer you my opinion. I think that when I look at this suspect, innocent until proven guilty, when I look at this suspect, I can't help but remember, do you guys remember when Asian women were being randomly attacked by men? It's kind of interesting. I heard Geraldo Rivera on Fox News say that it appears that it's exclusively being done by Black men. And he was reluctant to say it. You could see he was reluctant to say it. He didn't want to say it. You can't say that. And here's what he asked for. He said, where is Al Sharpton? Where is Jesse Jackson? Charlemagne the God? Where are the men? These so-called black leaders? Where are they? What about those pastors who lauded Fannie Willis? Where are they? Nowhere to be found. So you women out there, the overwhelmingly white, highly educated female, you need to stop voting blue no matter who. Because they're just going to continue to release the men who attack you. This isn't rocket science. Now, some of you are probably thinking, Stu, you're always going over the top. You have no evidence that any of the, oh no, I have no evidence. Pay very close attention.
A group of Venezuelan migrants were caught robbing a store last week, and police say that's when 2 migrants attacked, shoving and slapping the cops during their failed escape. Most of the suspects are reportedly walking free. Alexis McAdams has that news for us in Manhattan. Alexis, what is the mayor saying about this?
Hey, Dana. Well, the mayor of New York City put it quite simply. He said if the migrants in this city continuously repeat offenders and continuously have crimes on their record, they need to do the time and then leave the Big Apple. I'm going to step out of the way here so you can see here in this area on the Upper East Side. This is where the most recent incident happened. This is at that Target store here. There was another shoplifting incident there. The group went inside, went aisle to aisle, we're told, stealing everything they could get their hands on. When police tried to place them under arrest, investigators say the migrants attacked an NYPD officer. And we have been told by sources this is a group of Venezuelan migrants. One migrant, Dana, even throwing rocks at police. So here's a look at those migrants arrested in this attempted shoplifting incident last week. Already this morning, 4 of the 5 migrants back out on the streets in New York, released without bail, according to law enforcement sources. So it was not just the stealing, though. Yusenbi Machado and Brian Fretes, who the New York Post reports have criminal records, injured those officers as they tried to run away, trying to not be arrested for the crime. The duo reportedly wrestled, they shoved, they slapped and pushed the officer, who is expected to be okay, initially charged with robbery, assault, resisting arrest, and criminal possession of stolen property and disorderly conduct, to name a few. So Machado, though, was let go without bail, and Freites was held on a $3,000 bail, still at Rikers Island as of this week. So, Bill and Dana, you guys know this. Recent incidents like this are making national headlines in New York. The mayor, Eric Adams, says these migrants need to be held accountable, but he stopped short of calling for deportation. Watch.
Now, keep in mind, these are illegals. They have no business being here. Most of whom have criminal records. We now know they have criminal records. Listen to the mayor that you white liberal women voted for, because here's his solution.
Even with those who are undocumented and those who are migrants and asylum seekers, if you are a repeated offender of a violent act in this city, after you serve your time, you need to leave this city.
After you've served your time, you have to leave the city. That means he's not going to deport them. He's asking them out of the goodness of their own heart. Okay, now you did your time. Okay, well, now you have to leave. He still he will not deport them. They can attack officers. They can rob, pillage, and steal. But this is your guy, Mrs. Liberal. This is it. This is the guy. This is the guy that said that he's going to change everything. Unwilling to get rid of the people who are taught that will attack police officers. This is why I say, takes two to tango. This didn't just happen out of the blue. This didn't just drop into New York's lap. This was a long time coming. Hochul, the governor of New York, she's not going to do anything. Mayor Adams, even after you assault an officer, he will not deport you. So, Mrs. Liberal, what say you? It's going to continue to happen. It will continue to happen. And it will get worse and worse and worse because no one's going to stop it. If the cops catches him, well, then guess what's going to happen? He's going to be released right back onto the street so he can go attack another woman. Only this time it'll be your mother or your daughter or your friend or your... There was one story, and this was insane. A woman who was the R word happened to her, and she apologized, refused to press charges because the assailant was black. And so, therefore, no. You're the expert. You tell me. I already have the solution. Stop voting for these woke morons. Start putting criminals behind bars, and magically, guess what will happen? Businesses will come back. People, tourists, and the such will come back. It'll be like a brand new city. But unless you are going to change your voting patterns, unless you are going to put criminals behind bars, until you stop voting blue no matter who, it's going to continue. And guess what? There's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can do. It's going to continue to happen. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.